that is a great question. I will say I used to just make the whole base garland during this prepping point, which I don't do anymore. I go to the site and I build it on site. So I don't really know what I'm doing until I'm there. You know, you kind of go with the flow and the shape of, you know, if you're working with a doorway, or if they have on a sign here, then you're working around the sign, or if there's, you know, lettering or text on the wall and you want to frame it.
Give the breakfast.
Yeah, if you've watched any of our videos working with Breakfast Bitch, which is a breakfast place in Arizona, they have a wall where it says, "Bitch don't kill my vibe," in big black letters. And we've done a few installs where, you know, we framed one, we had it on either side for one. So, you know, you kind of just want to play with it. I like to try and do different things every time. But again, it'll mostly be based off of the site that you're working with. So hopefully that answers your question. The big one is neither, actually. The big one is, I believe the golds are 18s and the reds are 19 inches.
Hold them up again. Can't tell, right?
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty similar in sizes.
Oh, red's definitely bigger.
Yep, the red's a 19-inch. The white gold is an 18-inch. So, and then the other ones are just like your standard 11 inches. So yeah, if you're working with 24 inches or 36 inches, I usually generally put those in last. Just because those are really like your accent balloons, and so you really want to place those in a very like particular spot at the end once you have the shape of your garland and things like that already down. Okay.
So Kathleen found us on YouTube.
Awesome.
She was looking up double stuffed balloons and we popped up on YouTube. And then I've been watching your YouTube videos for the past few weeks.
Ah, that's awesome, Kathleen. I know I remember your comments. I remember your name. So we appreciate you, you know, sticking with us after finding us. And that's super cool that you found us from Double Stuffed Balloons, because I feel like that is definitely one of our more popular videos of the Double Stuffed, which is cool to me because when I first started working with Double Stuffed Balloons, I did not find any like videos out there really, and I didn't really know what I was doing. I remember like getting them and I had to do it for a client, and I couldn't even get them to inflate, you know, like on the electric pump, and I was like, why won't these inflate? How do I inflate? And, you know, I figured out a technique of, you know, having to kind of like stretch the latex. I did a video on that. But, you know, there's different techniques, and even like the tying of Double Stuffed Balloons. I didn't know that you only need to tie the inner balloon when I first started. I was trying to tie both sets of latex, and it was a nightmare. So, like, super cool that you found us for that reason, because, again, I feel like I didn't find anything out there when I first started. So definitely, you know, if there's any Double Stuffed Balloon specific questions that you have, let us know. And we'll definitely do some more videos on Double Stuffed Balloons. Alright, I will say I'm super excited about these lives though, so I hope you guys enjoy these. We're gonna plan out some different kind of like things to touch each week on the lives. Our goal is to go live every Sunday. So obviously this one is going to be just kind of the basics, so how we prepped our balloons and then how we're going to make a basic garland. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Sorry, give me the name again. Maxine, okay. Sorry, I am terrible with names. Maxine, Kathleen, appreciate you guys being here. Maxine, that's awesome. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I did that for a while too. I did have my clusters, and then you kind of do like the figure 8 and clump them together, which works fine. Honestly, it's very similar, I think, to the tying of the neck method. I think the biggest difference, honestly, is just the fact that like you're using less materials. Like, you know, instead of using those 260s to kind of create the same effect you can create tying the necks, and just saving those 260 materials and using them in other places, you know, I think that's the biggest perk of just doing the necks instead of the 260s. But I will say, just while we're on the topic, that I do use my 260s to make these little garlands with my 5 inches. That is awesome. I love that. I love that you made like a family thing and like you and your kids do it together. I think that's super fun. I think this is a super fun thing to do, because even when we were staying with my mom for a little bit and I was doing balloon garlands, my younger brother, he was even like, oh, that's so cool. Like, you know, he wanted to get in on the action. He wanted to like blow some up, and you know, it's fun to get the, yeah, who doesn't love balloons? I mean, like, how do you not get excited about balloons? So that's fun. I love that. Yeah, like you want it like here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can do whatever you want. Yeah, you're just gonna find a neck. Your necks are gonna mostly be found like in here and in here. This spot here in the middle is where they're meeting, so you're not having a lot of options for necks there. You need to find the necks either in the top cluster or in the bottom cluster, if that makes sense. I love that. I love that idea. That's actually funny because we were having, like, Zach, you had the thought, like, yesterday of you, like, telling me almost, like, what color to use next. And so, like, he gives me,
basically different pairs
his
of balloons.
choices. Yeah, but I still build it. But I like that idea. Yes, so these white gold ones that I have in my hand, as well as just the regular white, are Calisan balloons. And then the reds, the blues, both shades of blues, are Tough Tex balloons. So Calisan and Tough Tex. I would have to say those two are my personal favorites. Especially for using the method of tying the necks, because they just seem to have the longest, stretchiest necks. It is. It's like, it's peaceful, it's calming, it's like, it's creative, it's fun, it's something new every time. Yeah, I totally agree. And that's gonna happen. I appreciate you guys being here, and hopefully you guys like learned something or had a question answered, or maybe just got some ideas or got inspired and want to go do this yourself. I think next week I will make sure to go over how we make these mini cluster garlands. I didn't want to say mini garlands, that's confusing. The 5-inch mini garlands. So we'll go over how I make those using the 260s. Cool. I think that's everything. I think this went really well. I hope you guys enjoyed. I had a good time. This was really fun. Thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate you, and we hope to see you next Sunday. And have a happy 4th. Alright, so we'll log off. Bye guys! So I think I would definitely add, you know, like maybe a mini here. We just have like 11 inches here, so something to break that up. I like grouping together my 5s near like a 19, just because it gives you a good variation in sizing. I think I would add maybe a mini over here somewhere, just because we got a lot of lemons there. Just areas where you want to break up any like stagnant, you know, add something in here probably. You could put a, you know, 24 in there like you were saying, but with the 24s, I recommend color blocking them. So 24s give rose gold, 24s give those rose golds. The mids you can kind of mix and match. That's just what I personally prefer, but obviously if you have something else that you prefer, go ahead and do that.